Hey guys, this is Nick. This is your next gaming news. Thought I'd go ahead and get this one through today and kind of go over what's been going on in the news this week. First thing up, and I know I've covered this before, but I'm going to mention it for those who haven't heard about it. I don't know how. Mixer is shutting down as of July. They are going to move everybody they can over to Facebook Gaming. Not everybody has to move over, but that's where their platform's going. Mixer itself will cease to exist about beginning to middle of July. My heart kind of goes out to everybody that's affected by this. Hopefully you guys land on your feet on new platforms and you continue to retain a good majority of your audience or quickly generate a new audience. It's always tough to move locations, just like it's tough to move jobs. So my heart goes out to you guys. Ninja, Shroud, guys, not really as much empathy for you guys. You made about $30 million on the deal to sign on to Mixer for about 3 years, and you only had to do about 10 months and you got your full pay. You guys are fine. And you guys are going to continue to be fine. So I'm not even remotely worried about you guys. It's all the smaller streamers I'm more concerned with, to be honest. No hard feelings. Next thing up is Nintendo is starting to cool off on the mobile market for the most part. They really have not seen as much revenue come in as they would have liked from their mobile division, which is kind of interesting because they were probably almost one of the more heavily monetized ones that I was aware of. Either you could only play like 3 times within a couple of hours, or it was, $3 for X number of coins, or $70 for like 135 a rare currency, or $20 to get a new character in Mario Kart World Tour, or $5 a month to open up 200cc and be able to get special boxes you can open up. When you're charging more in a year for one mobile game than you're charging for an entire online service that gives you access to an entire NES and SNES library, something's wrong with your model, guys. Sorry, that's just how I feel about it. I normally try not to get emotional about these things, but everything about the way that Nintendo has handled mobile gaming has come off as ill-conceived and wrong, or just heavily monetized because it's Nintendo and they think we'll pay it. Well, people decided not to pay it. And this is the result, that they're going to back off a little bit. Other than that, Smash is getting a new character. Her name is Min Min. She looks like she's going to be a mid to long range character that has a very good ground game and is a little bit weak to the air game. If you haven't seen it, I'll put some of the footage up so you guys can kind of see it in the corner. But she is looking to be a pretty interesting ad. It looks like you can actually change her arms, because she is from ARMS, the game, to do different effects. Some of them are going to help you knock people out more. Some are going to hit a little bit quicker and have new angles. And some are going to have like lasers and things like that. It looks pretty interesting. I'm kind of excited to see this character come out. The next thing that I had is Crash Bandicoot 4 has officially been announced. This is going to come out October 2nd of this year, and there is a pre-order already up, and if you go ahead and pre-order it, you get a couple extra skins for the game. They don't really look like anything that I would really want to have in the game, but it's a nice little Benny if you want to go ahead and pre-purchase the game. Also looks like there's going to be a female character, which could be kind of cool. I don't know if you'll be able to choose between Crash and this other character, or whether or not it's going to be like a split story or what. Don't know yet. I really was unable to find a whole lot of details on this. The next thing that's up is Star Wars Squadrons will not have a third-person view when it comes out. I know I've talked about this here and there quite a lot, but they're doing this mostly because they feel it's going to give people too much of a competitive advantage that want to play in this mode. The closest you'll be able to come is you'll be able to turn off the HUD entirely so that you don't have anything obstructing your field of view. And the only time you'll actually have a third-person view is through death cam or when you're out on the match. You'll be able to follow people outside of their cockpit, but you will not be able to do it when you're actively playing the game. EA has also announced that they're going to be doubling down on the Star Wars franchise. They're really happy with the way Battlefront 1 and 2 has performed. They're particularly happy with the way Fallen Order has performed. They like how Heroes of the Galaxy is performing. That's their mobile title. and they are expecting Squadrons to do well as well. Now, the fact that they have cooled it on some of their excessive monetization after Battlefront 2 got them all pulled out right around the time that The Last Jedi came out is kind of good news. It means that maybe we won't have too much monetization on these games moving forward, and I'm hoping that the IPs themselves that they come out with are a little bit more well thought out. My understanding is Fallen Order, though I have not played it, was pretty well received. The character was decently fleshed out. The story was actually pretty solid. It wasn't anything amazing, but it was a good, solid A+ effort from EA Games. While it's not the most amazing title, it was still rated really well. So we have more Star Wars to look forward to. They're very happy with how they're profiting, and they're looking forward to getting more games out. This means we've got more games to tide us over between movie releases, and we'll probably have more toys and figures and things like that, because Disney, if anything else, is very good at monetizing things. For the most part, that's really... No, wait, I do have one more thing. Marvel Avengers is going to have a free upgrade from PS4 or Xbox One to the Xbox Series X or the PS5. So if you buy it when it releases this year, before you actually have the next console, you will have a free upgrade. I don't know if that's going to be a time thing. I don't know if that's going to be just like some settings and features that they add into the base game, and since the game's going to work on the next console like it works on this console, that it's just going to be basically the same game. I don't know. They have also announced that PS5 players will be able to play with PS4 players on the game, and Xbox Series X players will be able to play with Xbox One players, which means they're going to have backwards compatibility as far as players being able to play on their ecosystem, which is kind of cool. I would have preferred a full crossplay example like EA is doing with Squadrons, but it doesn't seem like they're willing to go quite that far. But that's about all I have for your news today. Hopefully you guys had a good week. You're taking care as you go back into the office, and I will see you guys next time.